What is the reception has been like in Italy and other parts of Europe when they encounter Italian craftsmanship?
Okay, good questions.
Hello world, this is Sean P. I'm in Milano, Italy. Italy is known for its handmade craftsmanship that has produced various luxury goods and brands. Today, we're going to meet an interesting startup that brings offline-based craftsmanship to online. So let's dive into our conversation.
We understood that there was kind of a gap between the generation of our grandfathers, grandmothers, that were very able, like with the hands, they were doing everything, like sewing their clothes or making everything. And our parents that, on the other hand, were not doing that anymore and not very passionate about. And then the younger generation, so us and maybe the younger ones, that were maybe not able to do it, but very, very interested and passionate about that. So we wanted to merge those, like the knowledge and the interest. And that was like the first idea that helped us to build Tadan and build a community around the contemporary craftsmanship world, and also trying to destroy the stereotype of the old Geppetto, so the one of the Pinocchio. So an old man working alone, woodworking in the workshop, and not sharing with the world. We understood that now craft women are very different. They're young and most of the time females with a background in design or architecture.
Oh, it is.
So we wanted to highlight that and give them visibility. So that was our mission since the beginning. And after giving them visibility online on social media, we understood that we had to do a step further and help them not only in communication, but also in selling. So that's how we started with Tadan in the e-commerce side. So the idea is to have a content e-commerce. As we started as digital magazine, for us is very important the content and the storytelling behind every product. So also selling the product is essential to show who does it and what's the story behind. And so this is what we are trying to do with Tadan.
You think of like a digital content and then is a core foundation behind all the commerce activities that follow. Is that your approach?
Yeah. So I truly believe that nowadays people are not buying a product, they're buying a lifestyle, they're buying a story. That's why we can't only offer a product that maybe is like amazing with a lot of features, but actually people are not that interested in that, especially when we talk about something that is handmade. The story behind the construction of the product or the philosophy, the concept that stands behind is much more important than the object itself. So yeah, it's an emotional purchase. So you have to bond with the person that made it. Yeah, this is what we believe.
What is the reception has been like in Italy and other parts of Europe when they encounter Italian craftsmanship?
Okay, good question. So I probably forgot to mention that we are selling products handmade in Italy, yes, but also in other countries in Europe. So we have craftsmen and craftswomen from 8 countries in Europe at the moment. And so for us, it's not really just made in Italy as a brand to share to the world, but is like the idea itself of like going back to handmade and well-crafted things to last. also with a very cool design. We have a lot of very talented Italian craftsmen and craftswomen. Maybe they are not as able as other countries to communicate themselves. They're certainly very good in making. I mean, Made in Italy is like a very cool brand for foreigners in a way. So like other countries are very attracted to something that is made in Italy, and this is a fact. Actually, we are selling much more in Germany, France. Not only the Italian artisans we have in the shop, also the other countries are selling very well. We have a lot of tradition in the craftsmanship sector, as well as Portuguese and Spanish people have. Those maybe are the countries we have more artisans from. But yeah, in terms of bias, the countries that are stronger at the moment are Germany, France, then UK and US.
I think a lot of Asian countries, Korea in particular, and China, we're very interested in maybe receiving more of your service or information,
I'm
products
sure.
that are coming out of it, not only Italy, but also from other European countries as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've been in Korea and I've noticed that also Korean culture has a lot of tradition, for example, for ceramic making, the interest in that world as well. And I'm 100% sure that Tadan would be loved as a brand that also as a concept in Asian countries. For now, it's just a logistic matter. So I think we're not there because it's far away and we started communicating just in English. But I'm sure as soon as we can build a structure that allows us to go and penetrate that market, would be...
Yeah, hope I can be a help anyhow to you. Yeah. Let's also talk about maybe startup scene in Italy, what it's like to start a company and what the funding situation is.
So this is a tough one, a very hard question because we took the challenge to build a startup here in Italy. I have to admit it's very complicated. Bureaucratic wise, Italy in general is very complicated, and this reflects to the startup ecosystem as well. Also, I think there are not many people that have the culture of the startups. So little VC, little business angels, and maybe the only active city in terms of like startups is Milano, where we are. Luckily, I think we should do enough, like more. The government should do more. For example, it was very interesting for me to come to Korea and understand how much the government was involved in funding and helping startups. Our countries are similar in a way in terms of like extension. But yeah, Korea government seems much more aware of the times we are living in. And much more involved in helping young startups to grow and maybe also to go abroad. Italy is a little bit behind, I think. And also in school or university whatsoever, you are not giving the idea even. You like young people probably don't know about startups as well.
Okay.
So I think we have to do a lot. And also there's a matter of gender gap as well. So only a few startups are founded by women. Is a small percentage. And I think this is a problem like worldwide and not only Italy, but yeah, this is also something to mention.
But on a flip side, maybe you yourself and your other founders could be a great example to follow and be a great role model, not only in Italy, but also across Europe. And then, there could be a great opportunity for maybe other foreign investors to invest into Italian-based startups.
So we're very proud to be one of the little one in Europe, I would say. And yeah, hopefully somebody will be interested also in the international scene to invest in us and help us.
Thank you very much for your time. And then it's very sunny day outside.
Yeah, it's very sunny.
Yeah, great time to be around in Milano. For centuries, Italy has been renowned for its handcrafted masterpieces. From exquisite leather goods to intricate art, the world has admired the artisan touch. But in recent years, Italian artisans are collaborating with designers, integrating digital tools, and incorporating modern techniques to enhance their craft. From smart textiles to digitally enhanced ceramics, Italian craftsmanship is evolving, adapting, and staying ahead of the curve. The result? A new era of innovation that still respects its roots. Tadan, a Milan-based startup that bridges the gap between Italian craftsmanship and users across Europe, is at the forefront to accelerate such innovation and transformation in the Made in Italy, and I hope that Tadan continues to grow to fully realize its potential. Thank you for joining us on this episode. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our exploration of fascinating topics ahead.